Recording in progress.
All right, good morning and welcome to Make HOAG Money. You are going to be telling me about trades and you're going to make me money. I love this. I hope you do too. Of course, feedback is always vital. Let us know what you think about it. This is the CFTC disclaimer. I want to make sure everybody can hear first. If you can hear in YouTube, let me know. I want to make sure you guys can hear and you can hear and see everything in our Zoom community here. All good? All right. Hopefully, we're seeing everything on YouTube as well. Hearing everything. It looks like everything's running smoothly here. So, CFTC disclaimer. All good. Okay. Thanks, JD. There's a lot of risk involved in futures trading. Risk capital is the only money you should be using to trade. And if you ask me, risk capital is money that you can afford to lose. Only risk capital should be used, which is one of the reasons I love Top Step. We're going to be putting the risk capital up for you. Of course, we're not going to be discussing, I'm not going to be discussing taking any trades. This is for educational purposes only. You guys are giving me the ideas. No risk of anything there. Looking forward to a good session. Basic rules: kindness and respect above everything. There's always differences of opinion in markets. It's what makes them so good. We're going to have a couple of people enabled to talk. All of you in the Zoom meeting will be available to discuss and vote on trades. Of course, context is going to be helpful when we're talking about taking a trade. We're going to use that chat room to discuss trades. We're going to use the Zoom polling system for voting on trades. We're going to focus on the E-mini S&Ps for opportunities. We don't have a lot of time really to be going over too much stuff here. We're not going to trade just to trade. I fear today may be one of those days. We're not going to take any losing trades. Of course, that is a joke. Losses are part of trading. We have to deal with them and move on. I will view them more as paying for a little bit of information from the markets. And of course, again, your feedback about Make HOAG Money is vital for us to be able to continue to grow with this. And I hope that you do enjoy it, of course. Here we go. Here's the charts. Here's the daily. We know that the S&Ps have been running to the upside for about 4 weeks and trying to continue that here in week 5 of this rally we've got going. If you ask me, the auction process has been good to the upside. We've been seeing increases of open interest on up days, and that's one of the things that tells me that the auction is likely to continue to the upside. We've got some information today in the housing markets that is probably not being viewed as very good for the economy and especially for the housing market. But has it affected the market all that much? Here's the 30-minute chart. Looking like we're going to open in what I call an area of potential repair. Opening between these two high volume nodes in a double distribution trend day says that the market hasn't changed the perception of value that much, and we have a hole. What happened here? We didn't do a lot of business here. Is there business to do here? We're going to probably find out as the day goes on. Romaine real estate. Where do you find open interest? I'm going to put a link into the chat room on YouTube. That's where I find open interest. Romaine, if you want to find out more about it, join us for group coaching tomorrow, which here is the link to join that tomorrow and ask the question. Okay, so you got the link to the bulletin, and you've got the link for group coaching tomorrow. All right, so our first kind of question is, do we take the opening range trade today? Remember where our rule is. We're only going to take it if it's less than 5 points in the opening range. Here's the question. All right, I've got my brother Rick looking to start to chat here, promoting you to panelist. Do we have anybody else? Good morning, Ben. Do we have anybody else that is looking for the opportunity to chime in and chat with us? I know we've got some frequent flyers. Just raise your hand if you would like to. Hang on a second here. Daniel, I got your email, and I'm going to kind of pair you up with somebody probably on Thursday if you're here, so we can have a good conversation. And I did ask everyone to email me if you are interested in joining me and chatting during Make HOAG Money, and we'll get some sort of a system going here where everybody has their opportunity, everybody has their chance. All right, so here's Rick. You with me? You're muted if you're trying to talk.
No, I am.
Ah, there you go. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, what's on your mind? Oh, wait, sorry. We do not have a mandate for the opening range trade here.
You're right at support here. So 42.85.
We've got 59% yes, 41% no. Do we take the opening range trade if it's less than 5 points, Rick?
What are you talking about? Getting long or short?
Either way. Opening range is the range for the first minute. Whichever way it breaks out, you go with.
Key support is going to be around 42.85 ish.
So you like the close of the single TPOs here?
Yeah, that was an old high if you go across. But
yeah, it was an old high just last week.
Yeah. So I think if it holds there, I want to play it from the long
it's
side.
It's pretty much our overnight low. High, low. Oh, I didn't know you could put the middle on. There you go. So, 42.83 is our overnight low. A failure to go below that might be an interesting opportunity, right?
Yeah.
All right. So, are we interested in taking the along near the overnight low, which kind of closes out the single TPOs from yesterday? We're taking a poll, Rick. Don't worry about it. You're not being judged right now. So we got a mandate for you here, Rick. Almost 50% participating. You got Rob Cross saying long at 85, cannonball below the overnight low. So you're at 76%. Like the idea of taking a long against the overnight low on that close of the single TPOs from yesterday. And then cannonballing if it goes the other direction. Do we like the idea of cannonballing? Do we go the other direction if it doesn't hold the overnight low?
I think it's got to get down there and try to come back through. If it bounces, yes.
So you're looking for an extend and fail.
Well, yeah, the retest. If it gets below it. They do a head fake too, you know. They shop for stops.
Hey, we got Ben coming in too. And promoting to panelist. There we go. All right, so I think we've decided against the opening range trade, but we're gonna watch it anyway. Here's the.
It's working its way north.
I like to weigh in before the open here on
Sure.
on that long. I like it a lot. The only thing is that is at 42.83 is last week's regular trading hours high.
Right.
So I can see, you know, it obviously could hit that like a wall and just shoot back up. But, you know, if it does come down there, the 2 days ago, the volume point of control was just right below there. So I'd like an entry where it comes back into the overnight range. You know, like let it play out. If it stays and builds volume down there, then maybe try to get short against the overnight low and last week's high. But if it comes down, not necessarily just buy it right on the low, but like let it
Go through and come back in.
Through and then stop back in when it comes through the, you know, the overnight low again or the IV high.
Okay, here's our opening range. Right at 5 points. So I would say there's an agreement that if we get near the overnight low, that there's quite possibly some fish there. Technique is part of the question, right?
Yes.
So we're not taking the opening range trade.
One of the trades I'd sent you some. I don't know if you had a chance to see them.
I don't. Yeah, I know. I love that you do that, but it's difficult for me to get to them before I get started here.
But one of the ideas was a move back towards the overnight VPOC and possibly yesterday's. When I say VPOC, volume point of control,
right,
which is also right on settlement. So, you know, the tempo's slow, the internals are neutral, and it looks like daytime frames in control. So these reference points are the visible reference points, or targets.
Mm-hmm.
Now I don't know that it could come back through the open here, but it might be, may not be done to the upside, get to the overnight value very high, BPOC, the settlement, overnight high, might be worth looking for some kind of slingshot entry. Well, there it goes now.
Uh-huh.
So your resistance going to be around 43.0350.
Value high.
Mm-hmm.
TPO value high.
It's really hard to get in front of these moves to vote on them.
I know, really, it is.
Oh, I know. It's like standing in front of a freight train.
I would have looked like a genius here.
We're going to bring...
That 85 would have been a nice buy, or even 86.
I've invited Matt Hoyt into the fold here. I don't know, and I don't know if he really wanted to. I don't really care.
How do you really feel?
Because he's always, he's got a longer term look at things, and it's always interesting to hear what he's got to say.
little choppy.
Yeah.
I'd like to point out that the overnight from the day before is a poor low.
Yes, I was looking at that down here.
Yeah.
This is the micros. I think it looks different in the minis.
Oh, okay. Right at 49.
Where is everybody?
Good morning, guys.
What's up?
Hey, how are you?
All right, how are you, pal? What's going on?
Doing well, thank you. Yeah, I don't see much. I mean, obviously, higher highs and higher lows. There was a good entry that I had on the 12th. I liked how it went down on the 15th, but I didn't really get the entry. It just took off.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're just kind of going sideways, taking a breath, ready for our next move. It's getting juicy.
Right. Okay. Now, is Tuesday your day off now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you semi commit to next Tuesday?
Sure.
Okay. All right. We've got Daniel McKay who emailed in, who I've asked everybody to email in if you're really interested in speaking during Make HOAG Money. I've only got a couple of requests, but I'd like to be able to kind of schedule out and let people know when they're going to be talking and that. So yeah, I'll pencil you in for next Tuesday, and we're gonna pair you in with somebody new who's interested in talking.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so here we are. We are at the upper point of control from yesterday after opening in an area of repair. Repair has a tendency to go from point of control in the upper distribution to a point of control in the lower distribution. I'm going to send a poll here. And are we thinking about that repair possibility? And if we are we just put in a high at the point of control from yesterday, and the A point of control from this distribution. Do we look to sell it at this high? We can limit risk, and if we do get a rotation back to the point of control in the lower distribution, we've got really good reward over risk.
Oh, I lost you.
You lost me?
Yeah.
You couldn't hear?
So where are you looking at shorting from when it comes back up towards that
There, got it.
yesterday's volume point of control?
Yep. So I'm going to look at volume. I'm going to look at.
Can I get fancy on you and suggest if we're going back up there to maybe get long at half back?
Long at half back in today.
Yeah.
So
Move up there and
I'm looking at a higher value 96.50. $96.50, and we're gonna put our stop above the high.
Taking a short.
Yeah, I'm hoping we didn't miss it. We got a mandate to try this to see if we can get repair. I have a feeling we may have missed our opportunity, but that's okay. I've missed a lot of them.
I took a long here at 92 half.
Now, Ben, what time frame are you looking at?
Well, I mean, the time frame is, I'm looking at the 30-minute TPOs.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
but I liked how the volume was thin all the way from the open up to where we've kind of, where the BPOC here is right in the middle. And I thought I'd trade that little extreme with that shoulder. Look, well, it was working for me and I didn't take it off. So we'll see if I get slammed here. But, I see I like your trade. But, I'm looking for capitalizing on the move back up there.
Got it. Yeah, Ben is just for context. Ben's pretty short time frame.
Yeah. So I'm going to take one off right at the overnight BPOC, just under it, and then right under the close of yesterday, and just a tick under it if I can get it, and that'll be a nice start to the day for me.
So you're long right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
92.5.
92. Oh wow, that's nice.
Okay, I'm out one. And I'm not filled yet. I'm out the second. So
Nice.
thank you.
Nice job.
So it's 5 points total between the two lots. And then I'll join you on that short.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Really, just inside the overnight session.
So where's your stop going to be? Just above the overnight high?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, up near where Rick was looking at resistance. But we can always take another shot if we get that opportunity. Staying above VWAP. Just looking at our friends on YouTube, Joe is saying, yeah, it's staying above VWAP here. Well, we're really hoping we get this. We get lower highs, we get lower lows. The overnight. I don't know if I shared this, but this is that trade we're talking about taking now with 85% yes. That has to be a good one, right? So Matt, I don't know if you heard. I saw you were in the room, so I just added you as a panelist, and you may have been out of the room. And I said, Matt's always got kind of good ideas, good thoughts. It's a good guy. I don't really care if he wants to talk. I'm just gonna let him.
Well, thank you. I mean, I really, literally here, I've got nothing to do but be patient. Price has told me, price has been rocking higher.
Mm-hmm.
We really exploded out of that range on August 9th when it was, or 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And then since then, there was like one juicy entry for me. And now it's just like, okay, price, could run out of energy here. It could keep going. I just don't know.
Yeah.
The downswings are kind of getting smaller, and we need those downswings to create upswings. Kind of like we know, the higher you jump on the trampoline, the higher you're going to fly.
Right.
So I feel like price is just sideways action here until it breaks out.
So is your entry right on that BPOC or just under it?
Just under it. It's not showing on my micros chart here. Yesterday's volume point of control, but it looks like it's 42.99.75.
I have 97.75 on the ES.
97.75. Okay.
What else? I mean, I got earnings. Walmart and Home Depot both beat earnings
Right.
significantly, so that's those are the biggies. Housing starts were lower, but I think everybody expected that. Permits were a little bit higher. I mean, maybe those two cancel each other out, but
Right. That's the forecast this morning. I was kind of looking at those as kind of mixed numbers, right?
yeah.
Because we had, well, I mean, percentage-wise, it looks like it's a nightmare.
Right.
Housing starts in July down 9.6%.
Right.
There was an adjustment higher from June, but building permits was actually higher than they were expecting, but lower than the last one.
Right.
It's like trying to
So
it's like trying to
everyone knows construction is doing, like, look, we're not doing residential, only commercial right now, because for me to build a house and sell for $500,000, I have to spend $1 million to build it. He's like, I'm obviously I don't want to lose $500,000.
no.
The cost is so upside down, they won't do it. So
No.
renovations, I could see that building being up, building permits. I don't know if that's for new homes or renovations only. You would think it's just for new homes, but that's why it's so low. I mean, the interest rates are high, prices are high for lumber and materials and labor and everything. So now, jack the price of a new home so high that what market are you selling to?
And you can't rent either.
Right, right.
Barcoding.
So the way it's been moving here last few minutes, I'm reminded of, where I first heard this was Dalton saying that traders continue to do what works until it doesn't.
Right.
So I thought again about getting long each time at 92.5, but I don't know. I've maybe been burned. Like if it comes back to a level, the weaker it seems to get, in my opinion.
Uh-huh.
So I mean now it's kind of traded through it, but it did work again a time or two.
Is there a 9 o'clock number today?
No. 8:15. There was industrial production.
Yeah, that was the last till the crude oil stock at 4:30 or 3:30 your time.
Right. API. Yep.
Coming out tomorrow.
So my question is, are we accumulating or distributing now?
Accumulating as
The way
in
I understand it, like they're accumulating positions long, and it's gonna go higher, and there may be continuation. Versus if it's just distribution, we may be getting a move to the downside. And I may understand that completely wrong. I'm just throwing that out there.
well, hang on a second here.
When it goes sideways, I try to. That's been my focus the last month or two, is try to figure out is it accumulation or distribution.
Okay, so this is just about right. The delta, according to direction, is congruent. So I don't think we're seeing an accumulation or anything from longer time frame traders just yet.
So pattern wise, are we looking at what do you call it, a bull flag?
We could be, yeah, 100%, right? Low volume, lower highs, lower lows.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm personally proud of the fact that I've been able to remain so patient today. We didn't take the opening range trade, which I believe would have worked, but that's okay. Yeah, see, there's the opening range. We maybe want 1-to-1 on that, so probably not the best opportunity. Sitting here waiting for something to happen in a market that is ripe for repair. I mean, this is the daily. I mean, we've come a long way in a short period of time. Against all odds, it seems. This is not correct here. This goes up.
You gotta let it tell you when it's turned.
Absolutely.
Right, like if we could close below yesterday's low, would be a start. Now we're looking for pullbacks. Tomorrow these numbers coming out. What do we have? Retail sales could be a biggie.
Yeah, tomorrow's retail sales.
So that's a potential volatility. Plus, somebody FOMC is talking about.
Yeah, we got FOMC minutes come out tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central.
So tomorrow get a little zingy.
May I share the weekly profile?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
You've got all those high volume nodes and low volume nodes on there.
All right. So this is the weekly, if you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is in twos, so it's a little bigger. But you're looking at
NASDAQ's
basically
flipping.
trading from down here to down here, and repairing all this.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. And that's
I
on
like
the that's on the weekly as well as yesterday. It almost looks like yesterday's profile.
In my experience, that that the tempo sort of supports that. So that's all I wanted to share.
Thank you.
Let's see.
Well, it would be nice to be right, but it would be better to make money on it.
That's true.
NASDAQ's heading south.
Oh, you can tell I don't look at NASDAQ much.
I never look at the Russell, but the Russell's like screaming low right now. I can never make money in the Russell, but it's fun to watch. The Dow's the only thing I hold that's stoned right now.
Yeah, just sitting at settlement. Avon calling.
Yeah, I don't see. I can't make a play on anything. So
I know.
wait for the fish to come to me.
I know, right?
What about a it might pop down to the opening again, which is the overnight volume, like right around here, and risking the low for a long asymmetric. We aren't getting a drive to the downside yet.
Right, at least not in the S&Ps, right?
Right.
Do we like
I'm
it?
gonna try out.
Do we
I'm gonna
like
try
it?
out a whole lot.
Do we like it? Let's check it.
86.
Folks are probably like, well, do something.
Sometimes being patient is what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to flip a coin, I don't like those odds. I need to see something. I've already spent enough money flipping coins.
Ben, you're in this already, aren't you?
Yeah, one lot 87.50, and then I'm risking 86, so 6 ticks. And I'm gonna try to get out it. Well, I'm gonna watch it. We'll see. It may get a real pop, or it may just. My fingers on the flatten button.
Okay, we're 70-30. Here's the. I should do this so everybody can see it on YouTube as well. So 70-30 liked your trade. We missed it.
Okay, I'm out. So. Oh wait, what happened there?
Apparently, you're not out.
No, I'm out, but I went the wrong way. Entry mistake. I'm out, but I'm down $75. Well, there you go.
You sold it instead of bought it?
I guess I did.
Well,
Oh, it was a long. It worked great.
So the intention worked, just not the execution.
Yeah.
If you're stopping.
yeah, I've never done that, Ben.
You know what? For a second there, I was believing you, and it felt terrible.
All right, Pinocchio.
Bob's saying,
I gotta run do an errand.
Okay. Hey, Matt.
I might be back in time to join you before 9:30.
Okay.
I'll see you next week.
All right, cool. Next Tuesday.
All right. Be there or be square. Thank you.
Awesome. Do well.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, guys.
It's just barcode, you know?
Right. Wait, what does barcoding mean? Oh, this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, and, you know, you got a top and a bottom, it's just lines.
Yeah.
Left and right.
Mm-hmm. Lots of price bar overlay.
Yeah.
Well, so far today, I'm not particularly gratified with the
John,
yeah.
I'd still be a buyer near the lows.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, like, cause I've got support around 42.85 to 87, somewhere in there.
All right.
So,
Well, Anne Marie's backed you up on that, so we're gonna put a
like 87, if it was, you know, test the lows and then get out at 84, you know, that kind of thing.
well. I want to give it a chance to get outside the overnight
I don't know that you're gonna see that.
So we're going 83 with our stop. I got 86 to 83. You say 87. Shaw, what's the market not doing? Right? Bob was saying, I've heard someone say, wait for the market to demand that you trade.
Yeah. But considering that, you know, the last couple days, you gotta kind of lean toward buying breaks unless you get through that, and it stays below that 43, that 42.85 area. You know, maybe bounce and come up and retest the backside.
Yeah. So Anne Marie has credit for wait for the market to demand that you trade. It's really well put. I always just say, well, if I look for trades, I'm going to find them. But they may not be that good. But if I wait and the market says, hey, here's your spot, then we do much better. And it's what we've had to do today. You know, it's probably hasn't been the most exciting make HOAG money, but we're doing what we should be doing. We're staying patient, looking for opportunities to come to us.
It's all about risk reward. So the markets it's been a slow grind up, you know.
Well, and I said on the forecast, Rick, if you heard it, it may be one of those days where we don't even take a trade and make HOAG money. It's just the way the things are shaping up.
It's hard to make money in a sideways market.
No, all you do is burn time.
Unless you just play the low of the range, top of the range. Sometimes you get some, ping pong. But you
So I like to. We're coming up on a new TPO in a few minutes. I kind of like to play a little game called Paint the Bars, and just over time you kind of get a feel for how it sort of will paint. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, John?
Quick draw, McDraw.
Yeah, sometimes that number, you
Oh.
gotta give it a half a cent or a dollar or whatever just to get above that.
I'll do the thinning around here, Bubba Louie.
You got other people that are watching that also.
Right.
With the way the tempo is, and we've got attenuation of the volume towards up where that entry is at the prior BPOC, I would short a 4 high here, but I think it's the same as your entry.
Well, you still got your sell in there, John.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Attenuation.
I think you're getting heated.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
A settlement on the ES is at 98 quarters, so it would seem like it's going to want to
touch
The water
that.
goes through there.
Is that a moving average right at that point, John?
That's the second standard deviation of VWAP.
Okay. Oh, man. Come on.
Within a tick.
Jeez. It's got other people are, you know.
Tom Petty. The waiting is the hardest part. Nice.
Come on, get her done. It's just.
Somebody told me if I only use 10 seconds, I can't get in trouble with royalties.
So it wouldn't seem to me like B period would open up and drive through the lows. And, you know, in this case, like I would be wanting to buy the lower, like, not saying wouldn't do the short, but if we open lower down here, I'd want to buy close to half back or that, you know, the intraday value area low, like 91 quarter. I'm going to try 92 quarter and risk the intraday value area low, but I may not get it.
And risk the value area low, and that's just a couple of ticks, right?
Yeah, it's let's see, it's like 1.5 points. I may not get it though.
It looks like VWAP's right at half back.
I have the right order in.
Excellent. Just consummate professional.
Okay.
You're in.
Yep. Uh-oh, I'm out. There we go. That wasn't great. I should have been more patient and waited for the lower end of that distribution. But, you know, I had that bad mistake, and I was anxious to make it back.
Well, usually this is the Jeopardy music. Okay, we're long now. And music. Here's the overnight low. There we are. We did something. Yay! Rob Dwyer in YouTube is asking, what time frame are you looking? Well, most of the time, Robert, and there's all different ways. We've got Ben here, who's a little shorter time frame, but looking at the same things. Yeah, it is. I focus mainly on like the 30-minute chart and the market profiles, which is what we're looking at here.
Whichever way it goes, John, if you get that and it doesn't hold, then you gotta flip.
Get what? We're long at 87 right now.
As is coming back.
So are you talking about the short? If we get it,
Either way. The way it's acting, it's just can't make up its mind.
No, it may be good. You know, it kind of had the feeling of fleshing out weaker hands.
on that move to the downside.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way it kind of burst like that. But then again, we kind of have a weak low on that overnight low. Like it's real close and didn't take it out.
Just rotating back and forth. Go to the pool, grinder day. Anne Marie, if you want to chat anytime you want, you're on. The volume dropped from all of us a bit, huh? I don't know what that's about. I don't think anything changed. Ron went to the coffee pot, came back, missed the long entry. Again, something I've never done. Going places, Cervide. Sorry, guys. We were talking about the mics kind of fading on the YouTube side.
And NASDAQ's being a little resilient.
What's Anne Marie seeing at 92? VWAP? She said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Mr. Valentine has set the price.
Oh, I think it's good.
So are we still thinking about the short up here at 96.5?
Well, the way it's been trading,
Right?
it's pretty much been back and forth between both of your orders, John.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you expect if it gets back up there to the early morning high that it's going to want to touch settlement?
Might get up a little higher.
Yeah.
So what do we do? What are we going to do? Do we take our profit there and sell one at settlement?
Well, what about thinking about the auction market process and, taking this as far as the auction will go and then getting out of it, looking for once it trades back down and then comes up again, maybe trying to get short on a reversion wherever that happens to be. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
Instead of just having a resting order there,
Right.
taking this as far as it'll go, and then once it peters out, and trades back down, and then attempts again to go higher, maybe risking that new high, like having the asymmetric risk.
I actually hear crickets. Does anybody hear crickets?
I do.
Yeah,
I had
Good.
one in the house for about a week. It was driving me crazy. I don't know what happened to it. But it's
Good.
gone.
I thought they were in my head. I thought I was going crazy.
no, I ran outside the window here. It's watching the market too.
Yeah, right.
Okay, new 10-minute bar might give us some more information.
Crickets.
Well,
There we go. Another push.
What's the name of that song, John? Stuck in the Middle with You or whatever.
Steelers wheel.
Yeah.
And just took myself out of the queue.
All right.
Well, getting short on time, so if anything, we're just going to let this trade play out. 96 half. We think it might be a little bit short on that. You were saying settlement, which is, where is it?
I have 98 quarter.
98 quarter.
Yeah, but you got one tick away from that before, right?
Yeah. Well, that was this. That was 96 half.
But I would look at the early morning high as a weak high. It's the prior day's VPOC and the settlement, meaning it's another way of terming it as a reference high.
At
So
43.03.
we touch that reference and it's likely to trade back through it.
Okay, all right. Now this is the one time when I question if we get this, it's still a good trade. Are we getting dollar signs in our eyes? Are we getting greedy?
Are you in one lot or two?
One.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting we're in micros. We should be trading two.
Mm-hmm. No, I think the overnight VPOC, and that's a good area to take one off if you had to. And it may be a good place to exit rather than risk it coming all the way back down and then entering again long.
So overnight VPOC is 98, right?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the ES, and I used to say all the time how they're totally different markets. But
Yeah.
then my trading partner, she'd say, no, they're the same, 'cause she'd look at the ES and trade the micro, and I now have kind of gotten into thinking they're the same, but maybe I was right all along. So I have the overnight VPOC at 94.75 or 95, I think.
The overnight or the
Overnight VPOC, but the yesterday's VP volume. When I say VPOC, volume point of control is at 97 quarter. But right here, at 95 is the volume point of control for the overnight, right above it's the close versus the settle, you know, and then the overnight value area high is 96.5. So it's like a little cluster right in here, where you know it's a point of where it may get, you know, may not make it through.
Well, what do? I got about 5 minutes left here. We're just gonna let this play out as is.
I think it's a nice trade. This would be a nice place to cash out.
Right here.
Sure.
Point of control, overnight point of control, or point of control
Well,
from.
might be blowing through it now, so we're good. But I'm just thinking in terms of the session's about over with the HOAG money, and
Okay, we had some people in the chat saying just take it. Market's too weak. Take profits now. Vince was saying 43.05. Rob saying just take it. I took it. So, all right. Well,
Okay.
profitable day.
Cancel the rest of your orders.
They're out.
that.
They're out. So yeah, we took it. Made a little bit back on our losses so far. That's good. We had to stay really patient, find an opportunity that ended up paying us. I'm proud of us today personally. I hope you guys are too.
John, what's the green up top and the red down below? That just,
Session high and low.
okay.
Overnight session high and low.
So I make sure they weren't stopped.
I appreciate that. But I hit exit at market and cancel all orders.
Before we hang up here, let me throw a stick in the spokes as far as what are your thoughts on doing a make HOAG money at an alternate time of day sometimes, like, you know, early afternoon or towards the close or something like that versus just the IB.
It's all things we're thinking about doing. You know, it's if this continues to be popular and even grow a little bit, anything is possible. Anything is possible. We're already talking about doing it 4 days a week, and adding other products.
I
From
like
like
that.
2 to 3 during power hour, you know?
They're in the close. Yeah, anything is possible. Thank you for the suggestion, Ben. Any other suggestions, just keep them coming. You know, if this is helpful and popular, believe me, we want to do it. I enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. And you know, I get to socialize. I'm here with the dog. Nothing wrong with the dog. I love her, but you know, she's not a good conversationalist.
Yeah, electronic training can be a lonely game, and I think it can make a difference in how you think. You know, just talking things out with people and just articulating your ideas sometimes can go a long way and bring clarity to what you're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So I love it, and you know, Ben, thanks for the suggestion. We are considering all options, and that's the one that we're considering. So, thank you.
Sure.
And thanks for the good trade today, folks. Good voting, good ideas, good thoughts. Thank you all for joining me. Ben, Rick, Matt, thanks for chiming in. Everybody that's here, everybody on YouTube, thank you very much for attending and watching and bringing your thoughts, ideas, and trade ideas to make me money.
Good times.
So thanks for hosting.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. Trade well, everybody. Looking forward to seeing you on the recap today, and we'll be back here on Make HOAG Money again Thursday, same time. Trade well.
Trade well.